Hey boys and girls, welcome to Art Recycled with Mrs. Hallomeyer. Today I'm going to show you how to do a fairly easy origami project. I do this project with my 5th graders, but the only reason why I do it with them is because I teach them how to make a radially symmetrical design. That means something is symmetrical in a circle in every direction. You could do this, I believe, K through 5. Making the dart fold is very easy. With kindergartners, they may need a little bit more help, parents, or help from an older sibling, but folding is great fine motor practice for kindergartners. And then you're gonna need a glue stick. So you are gonna need paper that's cut into squares like this. And kids, I know that you may not have different colored or patterned paper like me, so I'm just gonna show you really quick how you can do this with either lined paper or white paper. You probably got paper that's in a rectangle. You probably don't have paper that's perfect squares, and you need little squares for this. So I'm gonna show you how to get that. Take this corner and fold it down so that this edge goes equal with this edge. So I'm gonna take this corner, fold it this way into a perfect triangle, and then I'm gonna crease this. I'm gonna take my scissors then and see this rectangle part, I'm gonna cut that off. What that is gonna give me is a perfect square if I open this back up. Now this square is too big to do with this project, boys and girls, so I need to get this into perfect little squares that I can cut apart. And how I do that is I just take the bottom and I fold it up to meet the top, and I crease it, and then I take it and I fold it side by side, and then I crease it again. And whenever I crease, boys and girls, especially for origami, I press kind of hard. So I'm gonna open it up. I'm gonna ignore the diagonal fold. I don't wanna cut along that one. I only wanna cut along the folds that give me squares. And that will get your squares in the perfect size for this project. Now, if all you have is white paper and you kind of wished you had colored paper, then you can just take these squares and you can color them with crayons or markers. But I will tell you, boys and girls, without coloring this paper at all, these designs will look really pretty, especially if you cut out a piece of cereal box and then you do all of the dart folds with white paper like this, and you can create a design. And sometimes white is just simple and it's beautiful. So today though, just so that you can see easier, I folded pattern paper and I'm going to do my design on white paper so that it's easy for you to see. So what I did was I took origami paper that I already had, and this is too big for this. This is 6 by 6. So again, I folded it halfways and halfways to give me little squares that were 3 inches by 3 inches. And this is the perfect size, or this 4 inch by 4 inch size that I showed you how to make with regular paper. So next thing you're gonna need is a glue stick. If you don't have a glue stick and you've got white glue, you could use white glue too. And this project is a little harder with tape, but you could use tape if you wanted to. I'm gonna take now and show you how to make these folds, which this is a very simple fold, boys and girls. This is called a dart fold. So all you're gonna do to make a dart fold is you're gonna take your square, you're gonna fold it in half, then open it, fold it in half the other way. Okay, or I'm sorry, just fold it in half one way. Mrs. Hallomeyer even screws up sometimes. I just screwed up in that. Just fold it in half one way, sorry. Take the top edge, bend it back so that you get a triangle there. See that? Then take the other side, fold it back. And boys and girls, that's it. That's how you make a dart fold. So if you hold it this way, you're gonna see a diamond. If you hold it this way, it should look like this. Another way another kid told me, or explained to some other kids how to do it, is take the paper, fold it in half, and then you can open it up and fold this way to make it look like a house, if that's easier for you to understand. These two triangles meet and touch in the middle, and then you fold it in half this way, and that works too. So once you have your dart folds, I'm gonna start to glue them down, and I'm gonna show you how you can link them together or not have them touch at all. If you just wanna make the dart folds and glue these down, not touching in a particular pattern, then that's fine. I'm gonna take my glue stick, I'm gonna put it on the paper. I don't worry if that purple glue kind of sticks out, you know, outside of my dart fold, because in the end, I know that it's gonna dry clear. And so the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna glue these down so that the diamond part is touching each other. And that's just the way I want to do it. You do not have to do that this way. You could do this however you want, okay? I always find it easier to put the glue stick on the paper instead of trying to hold up the dart fold and putting it on the dart fold. So now the next thing I'm gonna do is maybe I'm gonna take a different color paper. You can see now how these are gonna start to link. This fits perfectly between these two, like that. Now I'm probably gonna have 8 of these going in a circle. I wouldn't do more than 8 in a circle. If you do, it starts to get really tight and really cramped. But again, you can experiment, you can do it however you want and see what works for you, okay? So now here's the next cool part. I'm gonna take this one and maybe glue one of these back here. And I only have 4 of these yellow ones, so I really like symmetry. So I'm gonna glue one here, skip one, glue one here, skip one, glue one here, skip one, and then glue one here. Okay, but again, you do not have to do this. In fact, it doesn't even have to go in a circle if you don't want it to. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you how these can link in different ways too. So maybe I wanna take this one, and on every one that has the spaceship, I wanna link it going backwards. So not only, boys and girls, can these kind of overlap the way I showed you here, but I can flip this the other way and link it like this if I want. See how that fits? Just like that. So it really is just like making your own puzzle, which I find a lot of 5th graders, because the fold is pretty easy. The hard part, I think, for the 5th graders is when I teach them how to do radial symmetry, figuring out how to do that. But again, you don't have to do it in a circle pattern at all. You can do this however you want. Oh, I just glued that on the wrong one, didn't I? See, again, Mrs. Hallemeyer makes mistakes sometimes too. And then you just kind of figure out how to fix it, or you leave the mistake. Sometimes when you make a mistake, you find out that you end up liking it and you don't want to fix it. All right, so we learned how to link overlapping. We learned how to link backwards. You can also link by taking a paper and flipping it up like that. So in that case, I tend to open up the fold, and this is the one time where I do tend to put glue stick on the inside of the dart fold, and then I tend to link it this way so that that white diamond of the dart fold is actually pointing up. So you could do that as well. I don't think I like that for that particular one, so I'm just gonna take that off really quick. And I'm just gonna kind of keep going in my circle here. Again, if you kind of just keep going in a circle, sometimes it is kind of nice, because this circular pattern, our brains do tend to like order and symmetry. So again, we know it's going to look good, but again, if you don't want to do that, and I'm gonna make a thumbnail to this video that shows you kind of how kids have not done this in a symmetrical way, and it can still look pretty cool. So boys and girls, this is basically the whole project. Have fun designing whatever you wanna create, and then send me a picture via email if you want, if you're a student at Deerwood. And if you're just watching this on the web, I hope you had fun. If you like these videos, subscribe to Art Recycled, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.